Well, my second shoot up in Snowdonia this morning. Early start this morning, 4:30 alarm call. And I've just left the campsite. I'm sure the other campers are really happy with me this morning, waking them all up. Tried to be as quiet as I can, but you know, driving through a campsite is, at this time in the morning, is not for the faint-hearted. So I've come up to a place called Precipice Walk, which overlooks the Mawddach. I think I'm pronouncing this right, the Mawddach estuary. It's the weather's been pretty changeable over the last couple of days, so I've been waiting for the opportune dawn moment. We've got some sunlight coming through now, so it's going to be a while before it lights up the estuary, but it's looking pretty nice at the moment. So I'm going to head over to my viewpoint and get set up. Well, very short walk this morning, thankfully, because I didn't get much sleep last night. It was hammering down with rain on the tent, and I suddenly had that thought, you know, when you're trying to get to sleep and your brain's racing. I thought, did I pack my 70 to 200 lens? Because I need that this morning. And I was like, oh, no. I thought I'd left it at home, but thankfully I hadn't. So yeah, it's a beautiful morning this morning. You wouldn't believe it was tipping down with rain last night and blowing a gale, but now it's completely still, not a breath of wind, got a little bit of sunlight coming through. The estuary is looking great. I'll turn you around in a minute just to show you what I'm going to be shooting. I'm going to shoot down this way. I'm also going to shoot back behind me here. The estuary, there's some tributaries that lead to the estuary, so I'm going to spin the camera around and shoot that way. Some lovely mist over Dolgethai, the little town just outside where we're staying, and there's also another shot that I wanted to try further down that way of it's like a ruined building, like a farm building with a nice wall leading through. There's loads of heather everywhere, just looking really nice this morning. Again, I'm always on about planning, so it's really important, I think, and especially with landscape photography, it's good to get in the right place at the right time. So we came up here a couple of days ago with the dog for a walk just to check out the location. I wanted to check out the viewpoints. So this morning, when everything's good, it's literally just a case of getting here, setting up straight away, and away you go. I was quite lucky as well this week because the tide times are pretty good. So low tide in the mornings. Now with this estuary, there's a lot of sandbanks, and as you get a low tide, you get all the sandbanks showing through, and with the light reflecting off the water, it makes it really nice. So I'll spin you around now and show you my composition. So here's my composition. This is the estuary view that I wanted to get this morning. I'm going to shoot with a long lens, so I'm going to bypass all these trees at the bottom. I might do an upright shot as well, including the trees, just in portrait format, just to see what that looks like. But I think my main shot's going to be a landscape version of this. I'm probably going to use a 0.6 grad over the sky just to hold the cloud detail in. and possibly a polarizer. I'll try that out in a minute, see what that looks like. Nice layer of mist coming in now, which I wasn't kind of banking on, but it looks quite nice. So I'll put one of these up, let me know what you think. I'm going to wait for this mist to clear. It's a couple of minutes just to sort of clear the bottom half of the shot, but I might do a couple with the mist and a couple without the mist. So I've swapped to a 0.9 hard grad at the moment. So there's quite a lot of light build up in the sky, so I've brought that down, and it's quite a definite horizon level, and I'm shooting in portrait format now. So I've got some of the trees in the bottom half of the frame leading through, but it's quite nice. Got a little bit of layer of mist in the bottom, and it's giving me about 1/8 of a second. I'm shooting at f11 on the 70-200. I'm out at about 135 mil, so it's not zoomed right through. I might try a couple of longer shots, but yeah, this looks pretty nice. So I'm going to spin the camera around, because at the moment the mist behind me is really looking nice. I'll spin you around so you can have a look. So as you can see, this is looking really nice. I've just taken a shot down here in portrait format, leading through up to the ridge of the mountain in the background there, but it's looking really nice. We've got Caldera drifts up in the mist up here. I'm hoping that clears a bit, just so I can see the peak, and I should get some nice direct sunlight going across in a minute, but I'm going to shoot one here in landscape format as well, with all this mist on the left hand side. So I've swapped to my 24-70 lens now, zoomed through a little bit, around 35 mil, just to get this scene here. This is beautiful. I've had to shield the front of the lens because I'm almost shooting into the sun here, but it's looking absolutely fantastic. I'm really glad I got up this morning. I was debating, I woke up and I thought couldn't hear any rain, but I thought, yeah, I've got to get out. This is probably one of the only mornings I think that I'm going to be able to shoot, judging by the forecast this week. So yeah, really glad I got out this morning. So yeah, again, I'm using a grad over the sky just to hold that, because I've got some really nice moody clouds in the sky. And also I'm using the polarizer, but only quarter turn, as I've got this tributary running through at the bottom of the frame here. If I fully polarize it, it takes the glare off the water and it almost blends into the landscape and you can't really see the definition of it. So with just a quarter turn, it's given me a bit more boost of contrast and colour saturation in the green, but it's also retaining those reflections in the water, so it's looking really nice. So I know I keep banging on about research and preparation and stuff like that, but it's so important. I think if I hadn't researched this, I might have turned up this morning and been, I don't know where to stand or where to shoot from. Just doing that little bit of research, just a bit of walking, boots on the ground, kind of gets you in the right place at the right time. And also checking things like forecasts and tide times and stuff like that. It increases your chances of getting a shot. So I'm really glad this morning that I put in the groundwork, so to speak. It's absolutely gorgeous this morning. So you can see behind me on my right shoulder, Caldera dress is slowly coming into view. Won't be long, I don't think, before it reveals itself, so I might try and get a shot across there this morning. Still got some lovely, even though it's August, it's still relatively early. and the light is coming up. There's quite a lot of cloud cover where the sun's coming up, so it's breaking it up a bit. But yeah, I'm going to head down now to this ruin that I was talking about. I'm not sure if that's going to work because I'm almost sort of shooting directly into the sun, so we shall see. Let's go and have a look. I tell you, it's mornings like this that I wish I had a drone. It's one thing that I've never owned, and I do wonder whether it's worth getting one, because this would be just phenomenal. The drone flying through this valley, a couple of sort of aerial shots of all these mountains and stuff going up the side. I don't know whether to get one or not. I don't know whether I'd be interested in your thoughts on this, whether or not it improves videos, having drone footage. But I think just purely to have one and to get this different perspective that you get, I must admit I'm sorely tempted. Right, so we're over at this location with this little ruin and a wall going through. I'll spin you round. So here we go. We've got this this wall running through here, and it runs through to the ruin. Now I'm shooting directly into the sun here, so I'm going to stick my 70-200 on this. There's some nice heather in the foreground here as well, so I might try and get some of that in. Whether this will work, I'm not sure, but I'm going to give it a go. So my last shot of the morning, I can't resist a shot of Cadera Driss, even though the top of it is in cloud at the moment, but I've got these lovely clumps of heather in the foreground, the river running through like this S shape and leading up to the top there. I'm going to use a 0.9 grad over the sky just to hold in, because it's quite bright in the top part of the scene. Well, light's getting a bit harsh now, and I feel the need for a croissant for breakfast, so I'm going to stop off in the town on the way back through. So I'm going to end the video now. It's been absolutely fantastic this morning. These are one of those mornings where it makes me glad that I can get out and do this, because it's you witness these scenes, you take it for granted, but I know that in years to come I can look back at these pictures and it'll transport me right back to this moment, and that's one of the reasons why I do this, and it's one of the best parts about photography. So yeah, I'm going to head back. I'm hoping to get up to Cadera Driss, up on the lakes, Cregennan Lakes tonight, so that'll be another video, hopefully, fingers crossed for the weather. But for now, I'm going to leave this video here. Please let me know what you think. I hope you enjoyed this one. I've had a blast this morning, it's been brilliant. So please join me on the next one, and I shall see you soon.